Hello, everybody, and welcome to CLX Foundry Live, where we go deep inside somebody's machine and put it all together. I'm your host, DJ Blue PDX, and right here from our studio in Wichita, Kansas, it is our lead technical expert, Paul Steffens, and our master builder, Zach Killingsworth. Gentlemen, hello. Boy, do we have a fun show for everybody today. So, we're going to be giving away 6 copies of Crimson Desert, thanks to our wonderful friends at AMD. And it's great. I'll type exclamation Crimson. Find out more. Now, here's the thing. You're going to be getting a code, but the only way to redeem the code is by having a qualifying AMD product. So, and we can run a list of those off. That's going to be like the Ryzen 9, the 9950 X3D, the 900 X3D, 9850 X3D, the 9800 X3D, and the 9070 XT and the 9070. So there we go. That's how it's going to go. And yes. So we're going to be doing something for Donovan in Kentucky. How's that going to look?
All right, so Donovan's ordered one of our Horuses. So starting out with our processor, we've got the AMD Ryzen 9 9900 X3D. To cool that, we've got our CLX Quench 360 AIO in white. For our motherboard, we've got the ASRock X870 Pro RS Wi-Fi with Wi-Fi 7 on board. And for our memory, we've got 2 sticks of Crucial 16 gigabyte DDR5 6400. So a total of 32 gigs of extremely fast memory in the system. For our storage drive, we've got a 1 terabyte G50 NVMe drive from Team Group. And for our video card, we've got an RTX 5070 Ti from Gigabyte. Now this is the white version of the card, so it looks really, really nice. This is going in an NV5 white that you can see up here. And we've got 8 of our Game DS Aeolus white fans. And our power supply is going to be a 750 watt Game DS Helios. So all white build pretty much today.
Yeah, digging it. I'm digging it. All right. So, who here has played Crimson, right? Is Crimson Dawn? No, Crimson Desert.
Ask me in about an hour, and I will be playing it.
Are you going to be playing it? Awesome.
Yes.
It is going to be fun. Hello, Smokey. Hello, Stars. No. Strans. I'm just going to call you Stars. Pocket Lala's in the house. Over on the kick side, we got KS Cowboy. What's going on, Cowboy? How you been?
I see your Oda Block emotes, Kansas Cowboy.
Okay. So, when you're taking apart so one of the things we haven't really covered a lot when we've done the show is when you're assembling your PC, if you are doing it at home, where's the best place to do that at?
In the bathtub. No, you want to be on some hard surface flooring. You don't want to be generating a bunch of static electricity and then channeling all that through your motherboard and frying your parts.
Yes, that would be bad.
Table.
That's the way right there.
Yeah.
Little kitchen table PC building.
Yeah, because then you can have like your monitor and keyboard and mouse, just everything all up on there.
And you could have some Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh yeah. The bag of Cheetos.
Okay.
Some
Mountain
Cheeto
Dews.
dust.
That's how you overclock your machines, if you guys don't know that.
Yes, sprinkle a little
Cheeto dust. All right, first things first, we're going to look at what's going to be the base for this thing, and that is going to be the ASRock X870 Pro RS Wi-Fi 7. That is one incredible look. Oh, look at the back. I love the back. The back looks amazing. It's a shame that you don't really get to see the back once it's built, but at least you know it's there. This is going to be great for connectivity, so let's go look at that I/O shield real quick. Beautiful, beautiful. So we've got 2 antennas at the top with your HDMI port, and then you're going to have your optical SPDIF down at the bottom. We've got 2 USB 4 Type-C ports, that's 40 gigs up and down. Then there's 4 USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type-A ports, and then 6 USB 2 ports with an RJ45 LAN port, your BIOS flashback button, and your line-out jack.
Line out.
Line up, line out. Okay, that back. My windows are in one spot. Now, for the brains, we're going to be using the AMD Ryzen 9 9900X3D, which I believe is one of the qualifying products. So, Paul, tell me a little bit about this processor.
It sure is one of the qualifying products. So you get this thing, you can get Crimson Desert for free. This is a 12-core, 24-thread processor with a base speed of 4.4 gigahertz, and it will boost all the way up to 5.5. That way you have great performance in Crimson Desert, you know?
Nice. Awesome.
Nice of AMD to do that for us.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, chat, please be sure to read the pinned comment if you'd like to win a code for Crimson Desert. Also, that giveaway is only going to be in the Twitch chat, so just keep that in mind.
We got any Crimson Desert players in the chat? I wouldn't mind talking about it a little bit before I jump in. So if any of you guys play, let us know.
I'd love to find out what kind of game it is. Is it an FPS? Is it like an RPG?
It's like third person. I was watching some of it. It looks like a pretty cool like hack and slash type, but then like the boss fights looked Souls-like. So I'm kind of excited to get into it.
You said Souls-like, and I immediately started to shake.
You should.
I just, oh my God. Dark Souls is that game that just makes me nuts.
I thought it was something like in the, I don't know if it's the same storyline or the same people that made Black Desert Online BDO. I don't know if anybody played that. I played that for a little bit. It was fun.
Okay. So now we're going to cool this processor, and this is going to be with our CLX Quench 360 AIO in white. Notice that nice little circle there. Plus, it's got that little circle in the middle of what?
Thermal paste. Nice.
There we go.
We did that.
And what? What? And what's thermal paste too? Why is it important?
So thermal paste provides good heat transfer between our processor and the cooler itself. You definitely need to have thermal paste on there. Now, if you don't have it, your system may boot up, but you are going to notice pretty high temperatures.
Yeah. Yep. And obviously, this is a Quench 360 AIO. So, Paul, can you explain what that is?
Yeah, so this is our 360 AIO here. This is made by Acetec. Very solid cooler right here. This is what I have in my system. I've been using a previous model because I've had it for so long, but these come out of the box with coolant in them. Really great performance. You never have to do any maintenance to them. You might want to wipe down the radiator to clear off the dust at some point in your system's lifetime. But yeah, they're going to come with a few different sets of hardware. So since we got an AM5 socket on our motherboard, we want to make sure we're using the AM5 socket hardware. And after that, it's plug in the cables and you're good to go.
Nice. Awesome. Now, what Zach's doing is basically routing the power cable and the RGB, or is it RGB automatic?
This will be the RGB for the header, and then the fan 4-pin for controlling everything.
Gotcha. All right. Perfect. So next up, we're going to take a look at our RAM. Now, this is cool because, again, RAM just keeps getting faster. These are two 16-gig sticks of Crucial DDR5 6400 in black.
In Tiger Stripe.
That's wild.
I really like that.
Yeah, that actually looks amazing. And that, I believe, is the only black thing on this build. And it snaps right into place. Make sure you're snapping your RAM in all the way, but start with lane 2 and lane 4. I like how he holds the memory like it's a gold bar. Gold, yes. Now, for us to have a storage, we're going to need to put the brains in this, and that is going to be a 1 terabyte Team Group NVMe M.2 SSD. Looks like a little stick of gum. If you've got a heat sink on it, on your board for it, just make sure that you are pulling off that plastic. It's on top of the thermal pad. Yeah, there we go. As we get started on the fans, wow, DJ. Let's talk about what side you put the fans on for an AIO, and how do you know which side of the fan goes where?
So the fan grill is typically going to be where it's exhausting. So that's the side that's you can't see right now. So we want to be pushing air through the radiator. That is the most efficient way to do them. Now, if you did have fans on both sides, that would obviously be better, but that's a little uncommon. So we want to be pushing air through the radiator. It provides better cooling that way.
Yes, and just to clarify, because I know that some people type exclamation crimson, you got to wait until Ivory says go, and then that's going to be your keyword. So just keep that in mind. It's not Crismo. No, it's not yet. Perspective, that's what I mean. It's not yet. Ivory will say when it is. Warhand says, so the radiator is an exhaust, not an intake.
Correct, yes.
Yes.
For this case, it will depend on your case, so it's not always going to be that way in every computer, but for this one, it is an exhaust.
Oh, you don't have to wait. Okay. Oops, my bad. There we go. Once you get all those mounted in, that also is why the radiator is called a 360, because it's got three 120 millimeter fans on it, which totals up to 360. Oh my God, I did the math.
You did it.
Okay. So now we're going to move this over and grab our case. Raptor, welcome into the show. Glad to have you here.
We don't need that silly filter. Go to your home.
Right? Why don't you want to go home? There we go. Nicely done. So this is a CLX Horus NV5 in white. This is a great case. It's a mid-tower. We would call this a mid-tower, yeah?
Yep.
There we go. One thing to point out before we get the board in there is these little things that exactly what he's doing right there. So Zach, what are you playing with? What are you doing?
These are standoffs, and every motherboard has its own little star constellation that you want to make sure you populate the proper amount or the proper standoffs for. This being an ASRock motherboard, we're going to have this special 10th standoff because ASRock saw the world of graphics cards going to ginormous graphics cards, and they wanted to add some extra protection for all of you homies that have giant graphics cards.
That actually makes a whole lot of sense. That's
Pats
wild.
on backs for ASRock.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Good job.
Carlos Conchili, hello. Let's see here. Welcome in, Raptor. Welcome, Gaspon. Maglamia. Thank you. The Cove. And Salance. Look at this. I'm actually getting through all the names and not destroying it.
Hey.
All right. Our first winner is actually Raptor XYT. Let's go. You won a copy of Crimson Desert. That is fantastic. There's our first person. I really need to get an applause effects button.
All right, Raptor, let's make characters together after the show.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Okay. So while Zach's getting that plugged in, one thing to note on this case is that the motherboard, well, you see the little white grommets there? Motherboard doesn't sit completely back against the back of the case. So there's a little more space there to allow for cable management. Yeah, so anybody who knows anything about this game, I want to hear about it.
Talk to us.
Cats and dogs is all I've heard.
Yeah, Zach told me about cat and dog army. Let's go. That's
Inigo
what we're gonna be
Montoya.
doing.
Inigo Montoya. Looking for the 5-fingered man. 6-figure man. With 6 fingers. Yeah, 6 fingers. You're playing
Everybody's
with it, Paul.
got 5 fingers, DJ.
I know. I was confused for a second. Is the giveaway over? No, there's going to be 6 of them throughout the show. So we've just done the first one.
5 more to
and
go.
Type is exclamation crimson to be entered, and then Ivory will run the little thing, and it'll announce things, and that's it automatically. There we are. Now that's interesting. So Zach, you utilize those. Is that what those holes in the case are for? is for the fans?
Yes, for our fan cables, yes.
So it's kind of important to make sure that you install the fans with the two at the far end with their cables closer to each other, yeah? Mm-hmm. Got it. Paula, when I talk about what's in your hand, and that is a Gigabyte Eagle, which I've never seen. We have not done one of those on the show yet.
The Eagle, it's one of Gigabyte's models. If you've seen Gigabyte cards before, you're familiar with the Eagle. Sometimes I have like a blue and gray scheme. This is the bald eagle, as I'm going to call it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's all white.
Oh, I thought it was because it looks like DJ.
Got it.
Valid. That's valid.
It's don't got hair on it.
Ain't got no.
Emniag says, I have the 4070 Ti Eagle OC. Nice.
Go.
Nicely done.
And the little, well, I think I got it to stay now. The little flap wanted to come out. Trying to get it to stay. The eagle's trying to break free.
Mm-hmm. Let freedom fly, Paul.
Yes, sir. Eagle.
Love it. Yeah, that's a cute card. I'll be excited to see how much it weighs.
Oh, it's ice, because ice is white. Well, they should have gone bald eagle. Come on, Gigabyte.
Yeah,
the bald eagle edition. That would have been the way.
Their marketing manager was on a retreat that weekend,
That's right.
and they needed to have this. They needed to have a code name for it, so they're just like, "Well, Johnny's not here, so."
Mm-hmm. You don't have to pay me anything, Gigabyte. You can just have bald eagle. That's fine.
Yeah.
And it mentions that his wife has the Gigabyte 4070 Super Eagle. Looks like the Ti too. Nice. Matching PCs for the couple. There we go.
Couple that games together stays together.
That is accurate.
Maybe.
That is accurate.
Maybe not.
Fat Docs and Glacier, welcome in.
Depends on what game you're playing.
Yeah.
Playing something that Overcooked, you ain't gonna be staying together. Because my wife doesn't know how to cut tomatoes and put them on the burger the right way. So then I gotta go dump them in the trash can.
Fix it.
And do all the dishes.
You just dump it in the trash can, dude.
Yeah, you got to. If they mess up an order, I ain't sending an order out wrong. Overcooked. You ever played it, DJ?
Oh my God, that game is so fun. Overcooked and Overcooked 2. Overcooked 2 is nuts.
Yeah,
it's absolutely nuts. And
we always
clearly
get
you don't
stuck
know
on the ice levels because you'd be like slipping into the water with your dish.
Yep. So you've got to prepare foods, like Paul was saying, and there's different things that you have to do on each one to make an actual meal. And it is definitely a fave of mine. In fact, now I want to go back and play it.
It's fun. It's a good couch game for sure.
Because I never beat it.
I think you can have like up to 4 people.
Apparently, it's on Netflix.
Yeah. It's on Netflix, like the game?
Oh, Netflix Gaming. That's right. That is a thing.
And then, instead of controllers, you just have your phone. It's on done. The controls are on your phone.
That's kind of cool. I mean,
I saw for those who don't have consoles, you can play couch co-ops
for all
on
the
Netflix.
Zoomers, you know.
Hey man.
For all the Zoomers with the broccoli cuts,
yep,
they can use their phone.
Heck yeah.
Warhand mentioned that he says, me and my wife met playing World of Warcraft. Wow. See, World of Warcraft. Wow. Ha! Here we are. Get it together, DJ.
Too. It's all good.
Emniag said, married 14 years. She's a gamer chick. We game together all the time. That is awesome. That's great. Congratulations. That's a good thing. Ryder says, I bought the RX 9070 XT Asus White OC, which cost me like $1,000 US locally, the cheapest I could find. Did I get scammed?
Prices are just up right now, so that's probably a higher price. I wouldn't say you got scammed though. It's a great graphics card, that's for sure. My wife's not a gamer. She only lets me game certain hours of the day, you know.
I got my wife a game for her birthday yesterday, but I got her the pre-release because it's not released yet for the Switch. It's like tiny bookstore, my tiny bookstore, and so you just are. It's a
Nice.
cozy, laid
Kind of
back.
like Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
type.
and yeah,
My wife
exactly.
played Animal Crossing. She liked it. There's like a Hello Kitty one coming out.
Oh.
That looks like Animal Crossing that my wife is going to get. But my wife really likes to go buy new games and then not play them at all.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you gotta beat this game and then we'll go get it, you know? But
That's good.
whatever.
Real quick, Magashi Saizan. I think I said that right. I hope I did. I hope I did not butcher it. But the exclamation Crimson command is only in the Twitch chat. We're only doing it in just one of the 3 chats that we're going to be on. So on Tuesdays we're on Kick and Twitch and YouTube, but for these we're just going to be giving away on the Twitch. So hop over there and say hello. All right. One thing to note about this case that's nice, you see that little, it looks like a box at the bottom. That is our power supply shroud. And it has an LED light on the front of it, which is cool. So how does having a shroud
Perfect.
affect the rest of the system?
So our power supply is going to be in there. There's a couple things. So aesthetics, it's just going to look really nice. That's why there's some RGB elements as well. But since it's got its own little compartment there, there's its own intake on the bottom. I'll show you. See that down there? So it's going to get its own intake in here and spit that hot air right out the back of the case, so none of it comes into the main body.
Which is awesome. Warhead says still running a 3080. I run a 3090. I love it. That card's a beast. So George the Great. Hi. What's going on? Locally, some countries just have way higher prices on higher end hardware, so that depends. Also true.
Stonks.
I was very thankful it ran great playing the new Resident Evil, right? Yeah, it was optimized really, really well.
I've never
it's
played
Resident
a
Evil.
Resident Evil game ever.
Oh, dude.
None of them.
It's so
Okay.
dumb. All right, what do you want to do? You want to shoot? Perfect. Here you go.
Uh-huh.
All right.
That's that. They're
You just got to
standing there.
stand right here to shoot.
Oh.
Oh, you want to move? All right, we can move. Oh, you want to move and shoot? It's like you're in the military and you can't take a drink
Uh-huh.
while
When
moving,
was the last time you
Oh,
played?
dang.
When was the last time you played Resident Evil?
5.
He tried 5 and
five?
it ruined it. It ruined the whole series.
I played it
Yeah.
over spring break at a friend's house.
Yeah.
He did all of the combat. I did all of the puzzles because he
Nice.
couldn't do any of the puzzle stuff. I couldn't do any of the combat stuff. It was like, oh, your turn, and we would just throw the controller across the room.
Nice.
It's like, yeah.
What
That's
console
hilarious.
was that on? Or was it on PC?
PlayStation.
PlayStation? I didn't even know. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
if 5
I
is
don't
old
know.
or 5 is new. I don't know.
Oldish.
Well, I think we're on 9
Oh
now.
my gosh. Just quit
Yeah.
while you're ahead, Resident Evil. Come on now.
Zombies always
Yeah,
never die.
Yeah, zombies never die, and zombie games will never die. That's the one thing I will say
that
about.
each level is the different zombies from a different movie or game or something. I think that would be a fun game to where it's
That's
like
kind of genius.
you're fighting through the dumb zombies of Shaun of the Dead, and then the boss fight is like 28 days later zombies, and you're like, nope.
Right? Yep. It's like, run! Oh my God. That is, yeah. 28 days later was, oh no, sorry, not 28 days later. World War Z was like that. With
World War
just,
Z was pretty
they
crazy.
were,
Running.
they were sprinters.
With our boy
And-
Brad, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
First name basis.
Yep.
No big deal.
And
Mr.
in the
Pitt,
Dying Light
as
series,
I like to call him, or
Mr.
Mr.
P.
Jolie, as I like to call him.
Papa P.
Are they still together?
Resident Evil's got a 9.4 user review. Wow, that's
There we
awesome.
go.
So you guys were talking about, not getting to play games at certain times with the wives. I can't play horror games when my housemate is home. Because when he's home, he's working on glass projects. He's a fused glass artist. And I tend to scream a lot. I am easy to scare.
What was that?
Easy to scare, but I do love it.
My wife's contract with me is I have to watch 4 hours of Dateline for 1 hour of gaming. It's
What?
It's brutal,
What?
but that's life.
What?
You know. You guys don't have this. This isn't normal. This isn't normal.
What? No, that's not normal. All right, our next winner is Paglamia.
Paul. Okay,
There we go.
I'm gonna teach you. Okay, so are you
Wait,
doing this new dad trick of letting your kids stay up as late as they want, but they have to constantly be
remote.
running?
Yes.
No, I haven't, but
Have you
that's a
seen
good
this?
idea.
Have you seen that? It's like, yeah. So it's a new
amazing.
thing. Dads are letting their kids stay up as late as they want, but they have to be running.
They have to be
and they're
running. I
just
like
doing
that.
like laps around the living room.
That's
as soon as
awesome.
they stop, bedtime.
Bedtime. I love it.
I got so furious as a kid because my sister's like 3 years younger than me. And so when I got to a certain age, my bedtime got later and later. Well, except for hers became the same as mine. And I'm like, I wasn't allowed to stay up this late at that age? Why?
right?
What? That's unfair.
Okay.
So am I the only one who went through that? Because, that was frustrating as all hell.
I'm currently putting my children through that as well.
If you're a kid, earmuffs.
Earmuffs.
But
Yep.
I was upset when I turned like 12 or whatever, and Santa stopped bringing me gifts. Sister got gifts till she was like 16.
Oh, man.
That's not fair.
That's why you can't stop believing, you know? My grandma always told us
Somebody ruined it.
as soon as you don't believe in Santa, there's no gifts. So
Oh,
I'm 34 or 35 years old, still believing in
yeah.
Santa.
Hey man, he comes every year.
Yep.
Right?
This year has a big naughty list, but that's okay. I'm still on the good side. It's okay.
There is. Let's see. Please be sure to read the pinned comment. There's 2 down and 4 to go. Crimson Desert. Exclamation Crimson. What's up, Smokey? How you be? Zane Minotaur. Hello. That's some great names today for the show. I'm really digging it. All right. So while he's getting those fans done, do you want to take a look at this badass card?
Sure. This is my emotional support 57 UTI. That's why I've been holding it so close. But I guess
You can
we'll
carry it
open
with
it
you
up.
on airplanes.
Yes. I need this.
It gets its own seat.
Get the belt buckle extender because it's a thick card.
Yeah, I've gotten to the point where if I do a DJ gig that's requires me to fly and I have to bring my own equipment, I will get they have to pay for an extra seat on the airplane, and I stack that up, put it next to the window. I'll sit in the middle of it and just hold it.
You require only green M&Ms on your rider too? Come on now.
No, just rum. I'm kidding.
Just a bottle of rum.
Yeah. Jeez, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4.
Woohoo!
Something like 6 weeks.
Nice.
Here we go.
5 weeks.
All right, so I shouldn't
so I
tell
haven't
you
drank?
about the cherry blossom that I had at Monarch last night. It was.
You went to Monarch last night?
I went to the Monarch last night.
My wife and her book club were at the Monarch last night.
Dude, they weren't there when we were there because we were there at 4 o'clock.
Yeah? Oh, okay. Yeah, they were not there.
What's
They-
the Monarch?
It's a restaurant here in
restaurant.
town. It's pretty good.
Yeah, they've got these seasonal cocktails that like every 2 months they change them out, and right now they've got a cherry blossom that is it's got Japanese rum or sorry Japanese gin.
Okay.
It's
good.
I'm not a London or a British gin person, but the Japanese and their gin. Woo.
Yeah. Yes, Cowboy says, well, thanks for the invite.
Yeah. Yes.
That's funny you were there, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they went at like 6:30ish, maybe 6ish.
Oh yeah,
so.
we were over at Cheney at that time.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. You were.
I
on
was
your
getting
cruise.
lost in the farmlands of Kansas with my wife.
Yeah.
It was great.
What
We were
kind
just watching the sunset.
Beautiful.
Here we go.
Did you get the Wilbur?
I got a club last night.
Nice. Club's always great.
Yep. Now you're making me hungry.
They got this it's like cream cheese and then jalapeno jelly on like a Oh
So
my
good.
gosh, it's so good.
Panini, just pressed.
Yum yum. Sweet potato tots. That's what I always get.
Yep.
Oh, sweet potato tots are great.
Yes.
Warhead asks if we know the cost of this build.
Oh, Zach does. Zach came prepared.
Give me a guesstimate. Give me a guesstimate. Paul, do you want to reread the parts again, or like just a quick?
All right.
Oh, I can
What do
run
you guys
through them real
think?
quick.
We're gonna. Oh yeah, DJ can. Price is Right style.
All right.
Someone say $1,
So-
Bob.
Well, we've got a CLX Horus NV in white with an AMD Ryzen 9 9900X3D that's mounted on an ASRock X870 Pro RS Wi-Fi motherboard with a CLX Quench 360 AIO in white. You've got 32 gigs of crucial DDR5 6400, the GeForce RTX 5070 Ti, and then you've got a 1 terabyte Team Group NVMe M.2, 8 GameDS Aeolus fans, and 1 GameDS Kratos 750 watt power supply.
Get your
I did that
guesses
without
in.
breathing.
Boom.
$3.
2,500. St. George the Great.
34.33.
Warhand wins. Oh, Awesome Art actually in there with
Yeah.
the. He snuck that in at the last second.
Oh yeah. Snag that power.
Power supply.
Not bad for a system that comes fully loaded, fully tested, and no.
And since this customer
Yeah.
picked a qualifying AMD product, they get Crimson Desert. Woohoo! For free.
Yes.
Okay, what is this?
12 volt high power. 57
Okay, so let's-
Ti.
Yeah. So
Let's take a look at that real quick.
Did that come with
That card.
Yeah, I think it did.
yeah,
My bad.
That's fine.
So that is a three fan, 5070 Ti. How's it feel for weight?
It's not too bad, but we'll definitely be using an anti-sag bracket in this one. This NV5 comes with a built-in one, so we might as well use it. Triple fan model, Eagle, obviously, all white with the white PCB aluminum-ish and some blue. 12 volt high power for our power connector and 3 display ports and 1 HDMI.
Nice. And real quick, we've got another winner. Robloni! Or Roblon. I don't know. I Bruce screwed that up. Congratulations, you've won a game. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm losing
Sounds
links.
good. I will untangle the power supply.
Now, as a power supply goes, it is a GameDS Kratos 750 watt, 80 plus bronze. So, I know you and I've talked about it a lot, but some people may not understand why there is a difference in power supplies. And so, there's bronze, there's silver, there's gold. And then what?
Platinum and titanium. And all of those are the efficiency rating of the power supply. So don't confuse that with like performance in game. It's not going to affect your frame rates or how well your system performs. It's just going to affect how much power your system is pulling out of the wall versus how much it's using. So what you're directly going to see on your energy bill every week. It's not going to have a huge difference between them. So it's not like it's going to save you 20 bucks. It won't even save you like 20 bucks a month or nothing like that. But if you're using it for like crypto mining and stuff, that's when it can really come into play.
Gotcha. You love the information we provide. Thank you. Our goal is so that if somebody's never built a machine before and they're wanting to do it by themselves, we can teach them all the way through. One thing to notice here is that all the cables are already soldered into the power supply. So what kind of power supply is that?
So this is non-modular. So when the cables when they are pre-soldered in, it is non-modular. Now, if none of these cables were soldered in and they were all extra, it'd be modular. And then you have semi-modular, which is in the middle, and it's got a few cables soldered in, and most of them are not.
Here we go. There we go. He pulls out the drill. Nicely done. Nicely done. Yep. So GG's to Rub Alone. I am pretty sure I've butchered that name more times than I can count now. There we go. Zach is back.
You're welcome.
Oh, one thing to note, when you're getting a system from us, we send the graphics cards often separately. Why is that?
So if the graphics card is really big, like a 5090, some 5080s and stuff like that, we want to send it separately so that it doesn't break in shipping. Unfortunately, we cannot control what the shipping carriers do with it after it leaves there. Now, most of them are pretty good. So, but we've all seen the horror videos of different companies just tossing it around like nothing. So when it's a really, really heavy card, even though we have an anti-sag bracket installed, we like to ship it separately just so you don't get it and then your video card's been bouncing around your system and then all that. So
your graphics card is bullying the RAM. So as far as anti-sag brackets go, what are they and why do we need them?
So as cards got bigger, we started needing anti-sag brackets. So your card mounts right here. You can see these holes. These are where it mounts to your case. Now, there's no support on this side. So with larger cards, you want to give some support over here because if not, the card can start to sag over time. And when it's sagging, this is connected to your motherboard. That can cause a slot to break on your motherboard or cause damage to this card. So we don't want that to happen.
Warhand comes up with a good question. Why did they make graphics cards so hard to get out, or have they made it easier? Well, some of them did make it easier.
Yeah, I know some are easier. Some have buttons that release the latch. A lot of times when they were hard to get out was because the graphics card heat shield itself was so big. It was really hard to get your finger in there to push down the clip to unlatch it. So overall, they're pretty easy now, though.
Oh wow!
We see issues, or we have to use sometimes I'll use like a tiny little flathead screwdriver if the card's really big. And I just don't want to scratch up my hands. So yeah.
And just as a reminder, everybody, the codes that you win are good, have to be redeemed through AMD, and you have to have a qualifying AMD product. So if you're thinking about getting a new PC and you don't have an AMD product yet, all you got to do is save that code, and once you get it, you can redeem it. That's the word I was looking for. Like, you can still win the code. You don't have to have an AMD piece of hardware. But you're gonna have to have one in order to redeem the code. Yes. Okay. Now Zach's running the cable management back there, and as you can notice, a lot of it doesn't stick out very far. So Zach, when you're dealing with extra cables, like with a power supply, how do you go? What's your best approach to cable management?
Yeah, so I like to just bundle stuff up, and anything that is not needed or only needed in one area, if we can just kind of bundle it up and get it up out of the way, that makes it very nice and easy to maintain all of our cable tie-up.
Also, welcome to the show, Hashim! Hello! I'm going to be using that button a lot more now. All right, getting that in there. So do they make power supplies in different colors, or are they just always black?
You can get them in different colors. There's a lot of white versions on the market now, so that's a thing.
I'm waiting for them to start coming out with colored, like complete and total color system. So like all blue would be wicked.
Be pretty cool.
That would be awesome. I'm just watching that little cable stick out like a tongue. The graphics power. All right, now we've got that in. Just on the issue of the graphics card, I love the button personally. That was so easy to take out, it wasn't even funny. Coming back up here, Amniag says, I have a friend win a PC from Thermaltake. When he got it, the video card broke the PCIe slot on the motherboard, and Thermaltake had to replace the entire board. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Oh, that's too bad, especially on a giveaway.
Yeah. Yeah. Thermaltake has a ton of colors, colored cases. Interesting. We have to look at that. So when you drop it in there, how hard do you need to push to make sure it clicks?
Not very hard at all. You want to make sure that the lane is open and nothing is in the way. If you're forcing it beyond that, something might be in the way.
Here we go. I have got to check it out. I'll definitely check those cases out. That sounds fun. All right. So do you feel like this is going to be one of those cases where you're going to be shipping it without the card in it?
No, I believe we are leaving the card installed, yep.
I know when mine originally came, there was little, I loved it too. There are little foam pads like this, all that held everything perfectly in place. And I don't know why I still have them, but I thought it was really cool.
Order.
All right. Now here's your anti-sag bracket. Zach, walk through how to know where to put this.
Yes, so this one is built into this NV5. Some cases have them built into the case like this, which makes it very nice. Other ones you attach to like the motherboard, and those would be the standoffs all the way over here. So if you're installing one of those, you just want to make sure that you install that before your graphics, so that you don't have to worry about a graphics card in your way.
You use the foam that expands in the case. Forgot the name. Oh yeah, that stuff is fun.
Yeah, that's what we use too for inside. Now sometimes we'll use like custom cut foam and stuff like that, just depends on the system, but the bulk of our stuff is the expanding foam.
Yeah. Which I'd never seen that work until you did that. I think it was at DreamHack.
Yeah.
And we didn't have one, so you popped one. I was like, oh my god, that is incredible. Fun things.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 2 to 3 years since I've shipped a PC. That's good. That means it's there, staying and behaving. Did the bracket come with the case or the card? Warhand asked, and that comes with the case on this one. Some cases do, some cases don't. But if we're building one, there are standalone brackets that are just that's a bracket provided by a different company. So if the graphics card is big and the case did not come with an anti-sag bracket, it's okay. We've still got one. All right. Zach is putting that back up. Perfect.
Boom.
Look at that. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, while they get this PC put back together, I'm going to take you guys on a little adventure to see how you can get your own CLX Gaming PC right now. At CLX Game, that is such a beautiful... Okay, I'm just going to point this out. That is an open loop system, but it has the water tank is right there on the front, and I think it's one of the brilliant things ever. Anyways, back to where we were. We have all sorts of different shapes and sizes of PCs, ranging from small to mid towers to full towers. This would be a mid tower that we are building today. We're basically a one-stop shopping center. So we got red and blue for our processors. We've got NVIDIA. We've got Radeon. We've also got a whole bunch of other fun little things. Now, don't forget, this is where you want to pick up your AMD qualifying product. There we go. And we have everything from cable mods to you name it. And you can't screw it up, and here's why. It's that little green add to cart button. That little button will change when something goes wrong. So in this example, it is a matter of a graphics card and a power supply. So it's basically saying if you want that graphics card, you're going to have to choose a different power supply. Or if you just want that power supply, you're going to have to choose one of these graphics cards. Once you fix it, it goes right back to normal. And then you can continue going. Over on the foundry side, this is a fun one. Oops. Here we go. Over on the foundry side, this is where you can choose to upgrade your thermal paste, pick your AIO if you want it, or determine whether or not you want a closed loop system. If you want your graphics card overclocked, we got it. You want your CPU overclocked? We can do that too. And it's all wonderful. So and then we're going to run to accessories because this is where it's really fun. First things first, you can get yourself some CLX apparel like this shirt. Woo! Or a hat, a cap, or a windbreaker. The windbreakers are awesome. Got 2 of them myself. I love it. I love it. It's perfect for the spring. And then everything you could ever think of for needing a PC. You want a keyboard? We've got keyboards. Many different types and styles. You want a mouse? We got mouses. I don't know whether it's mice or mouses.
Mies.
Either way. It's the Mies? Yes, there we go. We've got game controllers. For those of you who are loving flight simulators, we've got flight sticks. It's cool. I love it. Headphones, no problem. You want microphones? Guess what? If you're a streamer, we got those too. We carry the Beacon microphones that are awesome. You can also get a Beacon Mix Create, which is a little tool that allows you to control everything in your stream right from your fingertips. It's actually really awesome. We've also got speakers. You want to get your game on and make it loud? There you go. We've got monitors, and the monitors we have are actually really interesting. I did not realize we had this many monitors, but there is a whole plethora over there. Yep. All sorts of different styles, sizes, resolutions. Great. And then at the very end, we've got a few other things, plus routers and even a chair. So that may seem a little overwhelming, which is okay. That's why we have a section called Ready to Ship, or the RTS. The RTS comes in 4 different levels. You've got your entry level, you've got your mid-range, your ultra performance, and then your ultra high performance. And that's going to give you an idea of what kind of power comes with for what kind of cost, and kind of gives you a little bit of a way to balance that out. If you see one and you like it, great, grab it. They have all been built and tested right there in the same warehouse that this is being built in today, and it's all good. Now, with that being said, for all of your PC wow, doing well today. So for all of your future PC needs, head on over to clxgaming.com and see what we can do for you. Wow. Jeez.
Wow.
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 Okay, so we've got it all together. Let's take a look at what we've got done for Donovan in Kentucky.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh. That looks amazing. And I love the fact that the lights on the fans for the graphics card are reflecting off of the power shroud. That is not something you generally get to see. That you live in Kentucky? Look, there's gamers all over the place. Winter's in the house. Hello. Yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. All right. So this show is going to as usual, the show comes in 2 parts. In just a few minutes, we're going to take a break. When we come back, you get to spend the afternoon with Zach building more stuff, and Paul's going to be gaming, which should be really, really interesting. I'm just loving the colors on that thing. This show happens every Tuesday and Thursday starting at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 Eastern. On Tuesdays, we're all over YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. On Thursdays, we're exclusively on TikTok. If you want to follow all the great things that are happening with CLX Gaming, you can hit us up on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, and Threads, Instagram and Threads, all at CLX Gaming. If you want to get into a Discord, into our Discord with a bunch of other like-minded PC enthusiasts, that is going to be discord.gg/CLX Gaming. So, with that being said, congratulations to our winners, and don't go away. On behalf of Jason and Kyle in production, Paul and Zach and DJ Blue PDX, don't go away. There's more coming up. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Bye.